What up, everyone? Crypto Marxist, aka Bone Army, coming at you. You already know, hitting you with a live on this beautiful Saturday. It is raining in LA. I don't know what's up with that, but I hope it is lovely where you're at. It's about 3:19 p.m. over here. So I definitely wanted to hit you guys with a little information. Of course, I'm talking about the SHIB magazine, of course. Now the SHIB magazine, but on top of that, I wanted to hit a couple of the Shibarium updates because, of course, like I told you, Shibarium updates at Shibisons is one of the primary sources when it comes to getting the latest information, latest projects. I have to do something on this project right here that they just highlighted right there with the cat called Roar, because they're doing their thing. Honestly, got to respect them. And yeah, just a bunch of different things. So with that said, I did want to, before I even got started, my people, I did want to at least say a little something, because I know there's some FUD. There's always FUD. I don't know what's up with the FUD always going around. And of course, always related to my boy Shytoshi Kusama. Of course, people always hating on Shytoshi. It's okay, I get it. I do understand where these people come from, but I can't understand where the hate comes from. That's the one thing. I can understand the impatience and not knowing, but I will say this: there is millions of tokens out there. All right. So maybe put, at the moment, maybe take a moment, take a break, go try to pump some of those other pump fun, pump and dumps, etc. Because this project in particular that Shytoshi Kusama is trying to accomplish with Cal, with Wizard, with basically everybody in the background, including some other partnerships like the liquid staking derivatives platform called KNINE. In case you guys don't know about KNINE, they got some stuff cooking in the background. I do hear some people kind of losing faith in the KNINE chat. I see it. I see some of the tweets, honestly, are a little fuddy. I almost want to do analysis on some of these tweets. But before that, I'm coming across some DMs. I'm coming across some messages where people are like, oh man, crypto's dipping again. All right. So I want to tell you, don't fall for the FUD. All right. Like, now you have to take that and turn it into fuel. All right. So basically, fam. All right. Bone Army, SHIB Army, listen up. All right. This market noise you're hearing right now, all fear, all doom and gloom headlines about tariffs, trade wars, political games. It's designed to make you fold. That's what this system is. It's designed to liquidate the weakest hands. All right. It's all part of the game. Okay. The game of life. This system games people. All right. It's a system built on what's known as crony capitalism. All right. It thrives when you panic and you give up your position. Just like Warren Buffett said, the market is designed to transfer wealth from those that hold short term to those that hold long term. All right. But I know you're smarter than that. All right. You see through it. You obviously already hit the subscribe button, already hit the like button. You already have the bell notification hit. That's why you get notified when I go live or when I drop content. All right. And on top of that, I know you're here because you believe in the real innovation, real change. All right. Not just the pump and dump. All right. That's going to come, and it's going to come hard. When it comes, it's going to come hard, my people. I'm telling you. And not just quick flips, which is mostly what some of these people, honestly, I feel bad from, because this game is rougher than stocks. Crypto is the extremity when it comes to dips. All right. And I'm talking about the dips when it comes to Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc., where you're talking about, almost scheduled 15, 20, 25, up to 30, 35% dips is what, okay. But A lot of these people jump into the deep end. They jump into the altcoins. They jump into the meme coin. And when they do that, we're talking not just 20, 30, hell no, we're talking 50, 60, 80, 90% dips on some of these tokens with very small liquidity. One whale sells and the whole thing goes to hell. Real talk. Some of these whales have killed projects simply because their one sell murders the liquidity, murders the chart. Everyone loses faith. It basically goes into a death spiral. That's basically what we're talking about. All right. But once again, those are the pump and dumps. What we have here in SHIB, crypto decentralization, they're threats to the old system. Okay, I want you guys to understand what this actually means. Okay, of course, you're going to try to maybe hedge your position here or there, but at the end of the day, what they're trying to do is shake you out. Okay, so don't be scared. Okay, don't be scared. This is where generational wealth is made. All right, so like when Trump talks tariffs, when Wall Street cries about uncertainty, then you got big media pushing fear into you 24/7. Now you see how it starts. Tonight at 10, so and so got murdered. A longtime business owner assaulted, and I mean, it's just crazy. You know what I mean? And you guys know that's a tactic. Okay, fear is a weapon. Okay, fear sells, sensationalism sells, and of course, weak hands fold, but strong hands build. And that's where I want you guys to understand that is where the bone army comes in, the treat army. All right, we use that as fuel every time they try to scare you. Remind yourself, this is my opportunity. This is where the wealth transfer happens. You just repeat that to yourself. This is where the wealth transfer happens. This is my moment. Like, oh, nah, shake everybody else out. Shake everybody else out except me. I'm doubling down on these projects that have utility, have community, not just words, but actual swaps, actual NFT projects trying to extend the narratives. Okay, partnerships with Chainlink, partnerships with KNINE Finance, partnerships with imaginary ones, partnerships with Astra Nova, who is an innovation partner with NVIDIA, partnership with Bad Idea AI. Understand how big this is. All right, Shiba isn't just some random meme coin. Like, this is literally the biggest Trojan horse that most people don't even know about. Understand how early we are. Understand that a lot of the FUD comes from people that honestly probably got their ass handed to them last bull run. Okay, or they're down, so they're very impatient. But if you understand what's happening right here, if you understand that we're talking about an evolving, perpetual, decentralized ecosystem. I'm talking financial layers, privacy layers, utility expanding across DeFi, gaming, artificial intelligence, metaverse, technology stacks, over 36 different technologies powered by Treat, Shiba Inu Treat, and of course the Shiba state at the end. This is not a meme coin. This is a country information, and that's what people do not understand when they FUD this project. This is bigger than today's headlines, literally, but people don't understand it. All right. So anyways, let me just wrap this up. So I just want you to stay grounded, stay focused, stay dangerous, my people. They want us to quit, including some people inside this project. I see them. But instead, I want you to rise, my people. Keep stacking, keep getting your bags big, my people. Keep believing, keep reaching out to developers. If you are a developer, keep building. The future is ours, Bone Army. You know this, I know this. I'm Bone Army, you're Bone Army, we Bone Army. And it's a lot closer than a lot of these people realize. I know a lot of you realize if you're here for the utility. But anyways, I don't want to keep going, but I did want to at least bring that up because I feel like a lot of hate comes to Shytoshi because people don't understand the enormity of what's being built before their eyes. First of all, they don't know what is being built before their eyes. They don't have an actual roadmap. They don't have a set date. Okay, so they just get impatient. Oh, when is this bull run come? First of all, it's funny because they're over here talking about when they're in altcoins, they're in micro caps, mid caps, and meme coins. A lot, even nano caps, which is, as you guys know, at the very tail end of the bull run. Very tail end of the bull. All right, I don't want to keep prolonging this anymore. All right, my bad. I wanted to hit you guys with that because I'm seeing how people a lot of times are fudding, are impatient. All right, but regardless, that's part of the reason why you know what I'm gonna do right now? I'm actually gonna come over here to the SHIB magazine. I'm gonna come to the SHIB magazine. In fact, I'm gonna hook you up with a mint. If you don't know about the SHIB magazine, you can actually log in, subscribe. They'll send you an email. You can actually go back to this website after you log in from the email, and you can mint a free NFT. So if this is your first Bone Army broadcast, welcome, and go ahead and get yourself a little present, get yourself a little gift, a free NFT. All right, we're about to read this magazine, and this magazine is the official magazine of the Shiba Inu ecosystem. If you don't know about the Shiba Inu ecosystem, it is a multi-token ecosystem. Okay, I'm talking SHIB, I'm talking LEASH, I'm talking Bone, I'm talking Treat, I'm talking 2 different sets of NFTs, the Shiboshis male and the Shiboshis female, okay, which themselves are going to spin off into a breeding game like Crypto Kitties. That's right. So anyways, this thing is big, and if you know about Crypto Kitties, you know that project was bigger than just a breeding game. Okay, it's metadata embedded into NFTs. It's documents embedded into NFTs. Okay, so just keep that in mind. All right, with that, I'm gonna go ahead and just quickly see who's here because I already know the Bone Army is here. You guys are quick with the quickness. Of course, Baja, literally Bone Army General. Much love to you, bro. Shibanowski, too many tokens. No, see, that's where you're wrong. See, I don't want to get into that, but keep in mind, every single token has a very specific purpose. And that's where the ecosystem is so big. Sometimes people don't understand that. First of all, Shiba Inu is a value storage token and an exchange token, as well as a meme token. Okay, so these tokens have multi-facets. For example, you got LEASH. LEASH is the most exclusive token in the Shiba Inu ecosystem. It is a metaverse token, rumored to be the token that you're going to need to build in the metaverse. Now, if that's true, think about how valuable that token is. And of course, Shiba Inu Treat powers the layer 3, the privacy layer, and of course, the fully homomorphic encryption for, literally the Web3 privacy guaranteed. And of course, Bone, you already know, it's a governance token like the other ones because they all are decentralized. They all have DAOs, but it is a tech token as well as the gas token, native token of the Shibarium layer 2. All right, let me go. Let me see. Baja, society is retarded as a whole. Worst part of a DAO. So true. You know what? So true. I'm going through that right now. I'm seeing what I can do with a DAO I'm a part of. Though they started off so alpha, and right now the thing is, the alpha part of it was the dev. The DAO always has been beta. Actually, I'm gonna keep it 100. All right, Shibanovsky, it's all going to work out. You need to believe. Absolutely, and that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Use that negativity as some fuel. First of all, it's easier to be negative than it is to be positive. If the market is down, everyone's all grumpy, talking about this project's not moving, this project should be doing this project should be doing that, why aren't they marketing, why aren't they? But then when the market starts moving, charts start getting green, you see this huge Japanese candlesticks, up and to the right. All of a sudden, everyone, to the moon, we're gonna make it. Dur, dur, dur. You know what I mean? So it's just, honestly, I think part of the problem that I have with crypto is the superficiality of it, how fake it really is. Because those same people that are calling people cheats in a lot of these telegrams are literally the first ones that'll cheat when they suspect something's happening. And at the end of the day, that's what makes these utility tokens, which is what the Shiba Inu ecosystem is, so valuable, because it's almost like a 2-for-1. It's almost like getting a meme coin that has utility instead of just a token with utility that's divorced from being a meme, or a meme which is 100% divorced from utility, which is just a meme picture of XYZ. All right, so it says it's all gonna work if you believe. Absolutely, hell yeah. Bone Army. No, I meant in crypto as all. You're talking about, there's so many tokens. Absolutely, I have most Shibarium main tokens. All right, I agree, my people. I'm with you. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Once again, do me a favor. If you are a part of the SHIB Army, go ahead and share this thing. I'm about to get into this right here. And once again, if you haven't already subscribed to the SHIB magazine, go ahead and subscribe to the SHIB magazine. You'll get an email. Go ahead and log in through that email. You'll be able to mint this NFT for free. It's a banger. In fact, here, I'm going to show you real quick. Oh, they want me to log in. Lame. Anyways, I'm not logged in, but I already had. The point is, I minted it already, but this is actually a picture of a Shiba Inu in blocks, which is pretty dope. All right, cool. As you guys know, sometimes I accidentally hit the here it is. You can see it over here, the cover. So if you guys zoom out or even squint your eyes a little bit, you can see that this is the nose, this is the mouth, this is the eye, and this is the ear right here for the Shiba Inu. So this is actually a really dope cover. It's one of my favorite ones, to be honest. Just the way it looks, it's really banger. All right, it says the SHIB community, future and tech, fun, building in Web3, Shibarium DappStore live. Web3 privacy, Shibarium DappStore, frequently asked questions. This is from April 2025. They drop about 2 of these a month. All right, so if you're into free NFTs, you're into getting alpha, and I'm gonna tell you something about this. If you are into this, this is getting alpha, this is probably one of the best sources to get in early on some projects, because some projects advertise, some projects get spotlighted, and some projects are just so good with either the technology that they're doing, developing, disseminating, or their communities are so strong and loud that they get honorable mentions. So that's something for you to also be aware of, because I'm gonna tell you something. There's only one token that has a great community that I still haven't bought, and that is actually Roar. And I'm gonna probably get into it this weekend. I'm gonna be honest, all right? Because the market, in my opinion, not financial advice, but it does look like it's starting to flip. But of course, if you are a part of the Bone Army, you weren't waiting this whole time. You were getting your positions in, obviously. All right. So let's go ahead and look at the table of contents. And as you saw on the left, it's just a solid image. That right there would probably be a dope shirt, just with that white outline in the middle on multiple colored shirts. Right now, it's the orange one. All right, the SHIB. edition summary, the SHIB 75th edition, Shiba Inu build 1, SHIB preview. Creation in Web3 is here. Tools, talent, and terrain. 2, SHIB Spotlight. Shibarium DappStore goes live. Welcomes builders to SHIB's Layer 2 network. And that's another thing too. All these people that are fudding, all these people that this and that, get your developer friend or get your ass in there and build something instead of always just talking. I mean, just putting it out there. Everyone over here. So not everyone, but you guys know who I'm talking about. You see what's going on X. All right, 3, SHIB in focus. Shiba Inu opens a gateway for developers to build on SHIB. 4, SHIB deep dive. Privacy in Web3. Buteran's roadmap and Shiba Inu's vision for a confidential future. 5, SHIB's eye view. 6, is this right? I think this might be a typo actually. I think it's supposed to be 5, SHIB's eye view, and then it says key Shibarium features powering Shiba Inu's layer 2, and then 6. Yeah, this right. This 6 should not be over here. The unofficial chief editor of the Shiba Inu magazine for you guys right here, live. All right, this is why you guys are here. All right, 6, defogger DappStore. Think App Store, but make it crypto and kind of weird. 7, SHIB Sensei, Shibarium DappStore. Frequently asked questions. And 8 is Doggy Bites. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. All right. And then they normally say, good morning, SHIB Army. All right, which is kind of dope. All right, let's get into it. I got my little water here. Let me go ahead and wet my whistle real quick because this is a lot of reading. But the one thing I want you guys to also focus on is I'm reading this so that you guys could smack down the FUD. Don't let the FUD win. If you see someone talking mess, oh, they're not doing that, they're not doing this, you got to be like, well, do you know they did this, that, and the other, plus they're working on this and that and the other. Let them know this is not just the run-of-the-mill token. This is Shiba Inu, the king of Ethereum. Yeah, I said it. And if you don't like it, tough. All right, let's go ahead and get into this, my people. Good morning, SHIB Army, crypto degens, and the world. We're excited to present the 75th edition, which features a special selection of informative stories that represent innovation and creativity in the Web3 space. In this issue, we invite you to explore the rapid emergence of creation in Web3, reminiscent of the innovations of the past. Discover how the current ecosystem, with all the available tools and strong community support, is nurturing a new generation of builders ready to transform the digital landscape. Our SHIB Spotlight feature reveals the star of this show, the official unveiling of the Shibarium DappStore by Shiba Inu. This curated platform for decentralized applications now welcomes developers from around the globe. The best part is, by opening the gates to global talent, Shiba Inu is fostering a collaborative environment where users and developers can come together to drive adoption and innovation. So let me just explain that real quick in case, because I know, like, to me it seems crystal clear, but it seems kind of wordy at the same time. So let me just explain it real quick. Imagine Shiba Inu had an app store, just like you have the Google App Store, you have the App Store on Apple, or etc. The Play Store, the Play Store on Google, Google Play, etc. You have the App Store. So imagine if Shiba Inu had an app store, and developers could develop games, could develop different applications, different media on Shibarium, and those applications get uploaded to this application marketplace, bypassing the monopolies of the Play Store and the App Store. Okay, that's what we're talking about over here. If you, as the next sentence says, build on Shibarium, that's literally what you're doing. You're building and getting exposure on the application store to who? To the SHIB Army. And it's just a matter of time before this gets spoken about by different people. One application is going to go viral. It's going to be only available on the SHIB store. Don't forget I'm saying this, all right? Because I keep knocking them out of the park for years, and people forget. I'm the first one that said Pepe is going to 100 billion. Way back when it was like at 23 million, I am like, no, this one is going to 100 billion. And I said that Shiba Inu is most likely going to go to 200 billion, between 150 billion and 200 billion this bull run. Understand the ETFs are coming, my people. Anyways, I don't want to get sidetracked, but understand how early you are. All right. You normally don't get an opportunity like this to hear from someone like me explaining to you literally what's happening step by step, where you are, and letting you know what, you're literally 4 years ahead. This technology is what other applications, other companies, other corporations, other tokens are going to aspire to be. But the thing is, it's one thing to try to be an astronaut. Shiba Inu is literally in space doing experiments in zero gravity. So understand how different this situation is from people that want to be, okay, little kids want to be Major League Baseball players. Shiba Inu is the MVP of the league, Major League, okay? Nobody better than Shiba Inu in Ethereum, hands down. Nobody has the tokens. Nobody got the ecosystem. Nobody got the technology. Nobody got the blockchain like this and unified and the thing is so advanced that they're so advanced. Their advanced nature creates FUD because their main base doesn't even understand that they are building the most efficient perpetual community that has ever been invented, devised, or created. All right, here, let me go ahead and finish this, because if I keep talking, you guys are not going to be able to, we're not going to be able to get through this, because I actually have somewhere to go. But I wanted to get on just to let you guys know that a new magazine dropped. Understand there's FUD. Understand you smack that thing down as hard as you can, because you have to have the conviction of the technology before you have to be able to explain it to be able to combat the FUD. Because if you don't even know what FHE is, or how treat ties into that, or how a layer 3 is really a complex, an advanced complex financial layer, privacy layer, gaming layer, application layer, then how are we going to be able to smack the when mooners, or the people that just have a bone to pick with Shaitoshi, with Cal, with the team, with Lucy, with everybody that is a part of the vanguard that has been pushing for years? Let's keep it 100, my people. And then they want to focus on the small things, when really the major, massive, macro aspect of this is what makes this different than that. Understand that. All right, let's go ahead and get into it, man. Sheesh. Guys, sometimes you got to smack some shadow cats down. You feel me? All right, let's run this. So, build on SHIB is the latest battle cry from the front lines. Our In Focus article provides insights into the newest attraction for developers, featuring quick tools, low transaction fees, and avenues to enhance the Shibarium network. Oh my God, why did I just do that? Every time I read these, I forget, and then I accidentally move the page, zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out. Once again, that's why they should give the option to read these, but have a long form where it just has the article in long form so you can go ahead and do it. But I get it. You probably get less people reading it because people are just scanning it. But my point is the option should be there for readers like me that are going to read the entire magazine anyways, but we just want to be able to get it efficiently instead of this limited view. All right, so in focus, article provides insights into the newest attraction for developers, featuring quick tools, low transaction fees, and avenues to enhance the Shibarium network. We also offer an in-depth exploration of privacy in Web3, what it means and how it's unfolding in the current landscape. What are the parallels and discrepancies in Vitalik Buterin's roadmap and Shiba Inu's FHE-driven approach through the SHIB OS? Will these fundamental concepts converge somewhere down the line? Our SHIB's Eye View column provides a comprehensive breakdown of Shibarium's core features, highlighting enhancements such as faster speeds, lower fees, and Ethereum compatibility. As you read through this section, you'll see how these core functionalities streamline the experience for builders and ensure user satisfaction. In another enlightening defogger, you'll have a better understanding of what a DappStore is and what this piece of crypto infrastructure does for our blockchain ecosystem. Explained in layman's terms, this article is a must-read for anyone seeking to uncover the potential of DappStores in the crypto space. In another installment of SHIB Sensei, we provide answers to your pressing questions about the Shibarium DappStore. Our aim is to equip you with the knowledge you need to navigate this digital storefront with ease and confidence. And in a special feature in SHIB Unpacked, we present a practical guide on how to build applications on Shibarium, recommended for those who are looking to build or are already building innovative products on the Layer 2 blockchain. We hope that this article can provide the necessary guidance to help you successfully bring your brilliant ideas to life. Together, let's continue to work towards a future that embraces creativity, collaboration, and a decentralized ethos. Are you ready to build? And honestly, I'm going to tell you this. If you are part of the Bone Army, part of the Treat Army, part of the SHIB Army, LEASH Army, what you should do is make your own YouTube channel. I'm being serious. You need to get your voice out. As many people are out there explaining the Shiba Inu ecosystem to other people, we're only amplifying. If there's a channel that you like, highlight that channel. If they do an interview, if there's something that they say, go ahead and give them flowers. Highlight them. Okay, understand what this is. If you have ideas, go try to build them. Okay, if you are a developer, you should be over here finding out what these tools are. It's all in our hands if we move. And that's basically what I'm trying to tell you guys. Action over words. All right, you have to move. You have to go out. You have to explain things to people. And if no one is doing it, then guess what? It falls on you if you see a need. Okay, if you see a need, you go out and you produce. Okay, and it doesn't even have to be content. Maybe you are good at developing. Maybe you are a Web3 master, a website master. You know how you can go ahead and open some of those tools and become a leader, support the ecosystem, support people that might not be as efficient as you. If you don't want to create your own project, and get in that way. There's so many different ways to build. All right. Creation in Web3 is here. Tools, talent, and terrain. Explore the rise of creation in Web3, echoing historical innovation. Discover how fertile ground, open tools, and ecosystem support empower builders today. There is no reason why anyone who is a builder, anyone who is a part of an ecosystem or a team shouldn't be reaching out, trying to put their token or ecosystem on this DappStore. Straight up. All right. Creation in Web3 isn't a promise anymore. It's happening. After years spent laying the technical groundwork, the focus has shifted from infrastructure to action. Builders are stepping in, turning empty frameworks into thriving digital spaces. But creation needs more than code. It needs tools, community, and support. This edition explores the moment Web3 moves from the theory to reality. Then vision meets velocity. When vision meets velocity. My bad. All right, let's see. And what I'm going to tell you about this is not only do they go in, but they give you links. They give you links so that you can go ahead and get a little bit more context. Different links on studies, articles, etc. So beyond the blueprint, realizing creation in Web3, every grand structure begins with a blueprint. But blueprints alone don't shelter people or power communities. They must be built upon piece by piece until real spaces take shape. The same is true for Web3. And what is this one right here? Okay, documents. That's funny. That's dope. So foundational layers, blockchains, protocols, decentralized storage were designed with ambition, but their true value only emerges when people begin to create on top of them. The leap from architecture to activity marks the transition that defines creation in Web3 today. This is the point where blueprints begin to breathe. Creation in Web3 echoes the past. This moment is not without precedent. The early internet, stitched together by simple open protocols like TCP/IP and HTML, offered a shared platform. It invited builders of all kinds to create. Websites, forums, applications, entire industries emerged, not because the infrastructure was complex, but because it was open. Similarly, during the Industrial Revolution, standardized parts changed everything. Before, only specialists could assemble complex machines. But once interchangeable components and universal tools arrived, creativity scaled. Factories exploded in number. Invention became accessible. Creation in Web3 is undergoing a parallel shift. When tools become intuitive and environments welcoming, more people start to build. All right, let's see. Got more words on top. I can't even see. Nope, there is. Yep. Enabling environments for Web3 creation. For any wave of creation to sustain itself, the ecosystem must do more than exist. It must invite. That means providing spaces where creators gather, share, and find inspiration. It also means offering the right tools, SDKs, APIs, platforms with clear documentation. These tools lower the barrier to entry. They shift focus from foundational complexity to user experience and innovation. They turn solo effort into shared progress. Creation in Web3 flourishes when environments empower rather than intimidate. From solo builders to flourishing ecosystems, individual projects matter, but it's the connection between them, the collaboration, the remixing, the shared standards that signal a mature ecosystem. The rise of creation in Web3 can be seen in how communities allocate resources, highlight progress, and welcome newcomers. It's about watching digital plots turn into public squares. It's about seeing the first signs of life in a newly seeded world. And then you have an image of blockchain connecting with everything. Earlier, there was an image of two kids that looked like they were in the mine from the times that there was child labor, before child labor laws. So strategies for cultivating creation in Web3. Ecosystems don't thrive by accident. They require care and intentionality. Strategies for activating creation in Web3 include amplifying successful projects, offering consistent support, and maintaining a sense of collective mission. Some of the most dynamic growth stems from visibility. When builders see that others have made and are inspired to contribute, others arise from clarity, clear rules, defined pathways, and dependable infrastructure. Creation in Web3 hinges on that delicate balance, giving just enough structure to guide while staying open enough to allow surprise. Where we go from here. This is an inflection point. Web3's fertile ground has been prepared. The early frameworks are in place. Now it's up to the builders. Creation in Web3 means more than minting tokens or deploying contracts. It's about making spaces where people gather, tools that solve real problems, and networks that scale trust. The blueprint phase is over. What comes next depends on who shows up and what they choose to create. Continue reading to explore the platforms, projects, and people breathing life into Web3's next chapter. What I'm going to tell you is these articles are very informative, and they really do lay it out, in my opinion, in a very simplistic, layman fashion. Okay? Very professionally laid out. The graphics, of course, are banger. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, I see some projects that I myself am a holder of, which is kind of cool. All right, like this one right here. I believe this is skulls. I have some skulls. I think right now skulls are like $2 or $3. Just throwing it out there. Those are the first 404 NFTs on Shibarium, I believe. That one or the WOOF ones. The WOOF swap ones. All right. Anyways, Shibarium DappStore goes live. Welcomes builders to SHIB's Layer 2 network. Shiba Inu officially launches the Shibarium DappStore, a curated hub for decentralized apps built on its L2 network, and throws open the gates for global developers to help shape its future. And then you have the Shibarium logo with like electricity and the apps or dapps in the background. All right. A new chapter opens quietly, not with hype, but with architecture. The Shibarium DappStore, a curated hub for decentralized applications, is now live. And with it, Shiba Inu begins turning a sprawling, meme-fueled movement into something more structured, a working platform with open doors. What began as a meme token has evolved into an ecosystem ambitious enough to take on Ethereum's growing pains. At the center of that effort is Shibarium, a layer 2 blockchain designed to make apps faster, cheaper, and easier to build. The Shibarium DappStore is the latest addition, a storefront for that ambition and a signal to the developers around the world. The space is ready. Come build. All right, what I am gonna quickly do, my people, because you already know I'm curious. I want to see what it looks like. So I went ahead and clicked that link. It took me to shib.io/dapps. It says DappStore. Launch your dapps on Shibarium and SHIB Infra. What's this SHIB Infra? Alpha, my people. You're getting the alpha. That's why I'm telling you. So you got Shiba Swap, OX, free tool. It's a launch pad. Encrypt, wallet. Okay, small refuel. Shiba Eternity, the game, and more. All right, anyways, so let me see. All the games featured over here. SHIB.io swap. SHIB, all right. Bridges. Games, more games. Governance. KNINE's app is there. That's fire. All right. Already building on Shibarium, SHIB contracts, and infra. What is infra? I don't even know what infra is. See what I mean? This is banger. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and just keep this moving. Hold up. What was that down there? SHIB torch. All right. So let's go back. Let's go back to the magnet. I'm telling you, there's so much alpha over here, man. There's so much. And if you're just into making money, I'm gonna tell you something. Make a project, high quality project, Put it in the DappStore. People will use it. People will buy it. I'm telling you, all right? You have a full market. That's what gives this project an advantage, okay? This is powered by the SHIB portal. I believe that's the name of it. Another bit of alpha for you guys. I don't think anyone's actually said that. I don't even think it's been in the magazine. I don't even think Satoshi Kusama mentions it or has mentioned it. So I gave you a little something. You already know. I'm going to give you everything I discovered. All right, so inside the Shibarium DappStore, a gateway for users and developers. The Shibarium DappStore doesn't just offer convenience, it offers clarity. On the surface, it looks like a simple portal, but the Shibarium DappStore marks a deeper shift in how Shiba Inu wants its ecosystem to function, not just as a token-driven community, but as a platform built for builders. God damn it. I keep doing this thing. The forward thing, bro. Anyways, instead of just moving. See, this is annoying, bro. I mean, eventually I hope I get used to it, but it is definitely annoying. All right. Let me see. I even lost my spot, bro. That signals come. Yeah, see, this thing was up here somewhere, right? Where was I reading this? For builders. All right. It's a kind of town square for users, a curated space where decentralized apps live, vetted and built specifically for the Shibarium Layer 2 network. It replaces guesswork with guidance, pulling verified projects into one space. No more hunting through Telegram threads or Discord tips to find which contracts are safe or which tools are actually useful. The Shibarium DappStore signals something more consequential for builders. Visibility in crypto is currency. And here, listing a DApp means instant access to the SHIB Army, one of the most active and vocal communities in Web3. It means skipping the noise and standing in front of millions of potential users instantly. That kind of exposure is rare in the decentralized world, where most projects fight for traction. The Shibarium DappStore doesn't just display apps, but also grants a stage. And for many developers, especially those launching from scratch, that can be the difference between obscurity and adoption, laying the foundation why Shibarium matters. To understand the DappStore's significance, you have to understand the terrain beneath it. Shibarium was built to solve what Ethereum couldn't, namely speed and cost. Like other layer 2 solutions, it processes transactions off the main Ethereum chain, then reports them back. That means faster execution, dramatically lower fees, and a smoother experience for both users and builders. It's EVM compatible too, meaning developers can use the same languages and tools they already know, like Solidity. There's no need to learn a new playbook to join. In other words, the plumbing is already in place. The DappStore is just the storefront. All right, understand what they're doing. They're trying to facilitate the whole damn thing, my people. And that's why no other project is like Shiba Inu. No other project. And in fact, put it in the comments. What project is like it? I want to hear about it because I don't know about it. I just know about the king of Ethereum, and his name is Shiba Inu, and the Shiba Inu ecosystem, which is, of course, not just the tokens, not just the blockchain, but is the technology stack and the future Shiba state. Understand what you're looking at. All right, don't confuse this project for just a run-of-the-mill meme coin, which a lot of these people unfortunately are doing, making fun of some of the people that are the vanguard. But you know what though, we can't all be the top of the Shiba Inu like what, FUD killers, I guess. I don't even know what to call ourselves. Like, all I'm doing, first of all, I'm not even going out of all I'm doing is I'm just hitting you guys with technology. I'm just hitting you with this article, And I'm letting you guys know there's a bunch of FUD. And what we have to do as the top of the vanguard is allow the truth to kill the FUD. Let the builders build, my people. All right. That's why we are the Bone Army. Let the generals be the generals. All right. Let them do the DappStore. Let them make the applications. Let them make the liquid staking derivatives platforms. Let them keep developing the ecosystem. But understand that it's our job to smite the FUD. All right. Understand who you are. You are the Bone Army. I'm not even Bone Army. You're Bone Army. We are Bone Army. All right. Building tools for builders. What's in the kit? Beyond exposure, Shiba Inu is courting developers with a growing suite of tools. And I'm going to tell you once again, all these are links. Go ahead and hit that. It'll take you to shib.io/build. And go ahead and start building. To effectively welcome builders, Shibarium offers more than just cheaper transactions. A suite of tools and ecosystem features are being promoted. Developer kits, SDKs. Current offerings include SHIB Pay, Central Auth Service, CAS, Paymaster, and Identity. Designed to simplify tasks like payments and user authentication. Future SDKs for oracles and storage are planned. Understand how big this is. You heard it here. Future SDKs for oracles. Why? Because one of the partners, and my bad, I've been saying partnerships and I haven't even mentioned unification. The technology beasts. All right? Layer 1, layer 2 themselves. Understand, this is bigger than just a meme token. Unification is making their own liquid staking derivatives platform as well. Okay, because you already, and you know we're going to get into that thing too. All right, we're going to get into all of it, get into all the little nooks and crannies. Understand how big this ecosystem is. And one of the technologies that unification is building, other than the VOR, the verified open randomness, which actually allows for people to feel confident and not get cheated in some of these games, because there is a way to prove that there is randomity, if that's even the word. On top of that, the Oracle of Oracles. That's what this is talking about. The King of Oracles is being built behind the scenes. People don't even know what the hell's happening, and it's okay. Just understand how far advanced Shiba Inu and this master strategy actually is. This master plan, including storage. I had told that idea a long time ago to get into storage, because there's a lot of money in storage. But anyways, let's keep this going. Unique mechanism integration with the SHIB torch. Imagine a percentage of all transactions, buys, sells, etc. burning Shiba Inu. And the Shiba Inu Karma rewards systems offer ways for dApps to tap into core community interest and engagement loops. Security focus alongside standard blockchain practices, plans for fully homomorphic encryption, FHE, integration, signal and ambition towards advanced privacy features. The quality, ease of use, and unique advantages of this toolkit compared to other L2 offerings will be critical in persuading developers to commit their resources to Shibarium. Beyond numbers tracking the real growth. Before the Shibarium DappStore's launch, the Layer 2 network had already logged over 1 billion transactions, have had on-chain over 175 million wallet interactions, and thousands of deployed smart contracts, some of them verified. But those numbers, impressive as they are, don't yet prove utility. The Shibarium DappStore might change that with visible listings, public metrics, and eventually independent analysis through TVL and user data. The community will be able to distinguish between raw activity and meaningful adoption. The metric that will matter most isn't how many transactions fly through the chain, right? As most people think. No, it's how many apps people actually use and how many developers stick around long enough to build more. All right, understand what this actually means. This is not the run of the mill project. This is Shibarium. This is SHIB OS. This is the Shibarium blockchain with the Shiba state. All right, with the foundation of the economy for this entire ecosystem being SHI. Understand how much needs to be built. Understand how advanced this is. Recognize the king, my people. All right, all these fudders better recognize the king. All right, the king is Shibarium, and he hasn't even reached out for his crown yet. He's humble. All right, sit down, be humble, my people. All right, a crowded market, a singular advantage. Shibarium isn't entering an empty field. It's up against battle-tested giants like Arbitrum, Optimism, Polygon, and Base, all of which offer fast execution, vast dApp libraries, and mature developer ecosystems. But Shibarium isn't trying to win on speed alone. Its edge is cultural, and that's another thing that people do not understand. Base is not cool. Polygon is not cool. That shit lame, bro. Arbitrum, Optimism, all that shit is lame, bro. They're not SHIB. They are not SHIB. Understand who you're talking to, my people. You're talking to the Lambo, you're talking to the Bugatti, you're talking to the Koenigsegg, Regera, the Jesko, all right? Understand, this is the apex predator of the Ethereum blockchain. Number one. Anyways, the SHIB Army isn't just a user base, but a brand, a meme, a movement, and next, a country. Understand that, my people. If even a fraction of that energy is funneled into app adoption, community testing, and grassroots development, Shibarium may succeed where others have struggled by converting passion into participation. The Shibarium DappStore turns that possibility into infrastructure. The road to real adoption. There's no shortage of layer 2s promising scalability and savings, but few arrive with millions already watching, and fewer still arrive with a narrative. The Shibarium DappStore isn't just a tool, but a test. It will show whether Shiba Inu's massive community can support a functional app economy, not just a speculative one. It will show if builders can be drawn in by more than hype, and it may prove whether the next great dApp will emerge from the shadows of a meme coin turned movement. The doors are open. Now comes the building. And like I told you before I even finished reading this article, I said only one app. It's only going to take one app that goes viral and that you'll have to get on the SHIB portal or SHIB app or whatever they call it. And you guys will see, okay, just like TikTok got adoption, just like RedNote got adoption, understand what is on the verge of happening over here with Shiba Inu and the build on SHIB narrative, okay? Shiba Inu opens gateway for developers to build on SHIB. Shiba Inu launches a central page for developers to build on SHIB, offering fast tools, low gas fees, and a gateway into the expanding Shibarium ecosystem. Like I told you guys, this is the future of Web3. This is what old people like me, geezers like me, used to know back in the day as the Internet of Things. Shibarium is in the process of bringing the Internet of Things to the world in a way that people have no idea. Keep in mind, there's also John Richmond, the couture designer, who is now developing high luxury architecture masterpieces with furniture. So if Shibarium is incorporated into that ecosystem as well, understand how big it's going to be. I'm just putting it out there because I get it. It's so big people forget. I myself, I'm pretty versed in the ecosystem and where they're going, and have actually predicted things before they even told you guys, because obviously there's only one way to go if you understand what the goal is. But even I sometimes forget about these other partnerships. All right. There is a new signpost in the Shiba Inu ecosystem. Simple and unadorned. The message at the top of the new landing page reads, "Build on SHIB." And that's exactly what it's inviting people to do. All right, so there it is. More on that Build on SHIB movement. I'm going to try to get to at least half of this, my people. I know. All right, it says, "Build on SHIB signals a turn towards builders." The launch of the DappStore gives users a place to find verified applications, but for the ecosystem to thrive, it needs creators. To that end, Shiba Inu has rolled out dedicated resources explaining the nuts and bolts of its Shibarium Layer 2 network, essentially presenting its pitch for why developers should bring their projects on Shibarium instead of elsewhere. Previously, developers keen on Shibarium navigated a maze of community channels, scattered code depositories, and unofficial guides. This new portal acts as a necessary consolidation, pulling those disparate threads together into one clean, direct destination. It lays out the essentials clearly: software developers kits, SDKs for smart contracts, network connection points, RPC endpoints, official documentation, and a framework for support. More than just organization, however, its launch signals a deliberate shift in tone, away from hype and squarely onto the creators building the tools and applications for Shibarium's future. The technical pitch. Why build on SHIB? Shibarium's technical pitch to developers highlights several key features designed to ease development and leverage the Shiba Inu ecosystem. Compatibility sits at the forefront because Shibarium works with the Ethereum Virtual Machine, EVM. Developers can often migrate existing projects or build new ones using familiar tools and languages like Solidity, reducing the need to learn entirely new systems. The network also emphasizes efficiency, low gas fees, and high transaction throughput. This addresses common Ethereum pain points and makes Shibarium potentially more suitable for applications demanding frequent, low-cost interactions. Think gaming, social media platforms, or active marketplaces. Beyond these core blockchain mechanics, Shibarium offers unique integrations. Its infrastructure supports specific token burn mechanisms accessible via the SHIB burn portal, allowing developers to link their dApps activity directly to Shiba Inu's tokenomics. Furthermore, developers can incorporate Shiba Inu Karma, designed as an on-chain system built to reward user activity and engage within the ecosystem. Looking ahead, the team has also pointed to planned advancements like fully homomorphic encryption, FHE, through a collaboration with Zama. While not yet implemented, This signals an ambition to provide tools for building applications with enhanced privacy features. All right, let's go to the top of the page, like I said. Gauging the landscape, early network metrics. For developers considering where to invest their time and resources, existing activity matters. The Shibarium team points to early metrics as evidence of a growing network. Applications, code, activity, reach. So applications, over 1,200 applications reportedly deployed. Code, more than 24,000 smart contracts live on the chain. Activity, transaction counts have pushed past the 1 billion mark. Reach, unique wallet addresses interacting with Shibarium exceed 175 million. These figures suggest a network that isn't starting from zero. While raw numbers don't always translate directly to deep engagement, they paint a picture of significant initial traction and a potentially large built-in user base for new applications. Developers looking to build on SHIB are being shown a landscape that already has foot traffic. The invitation. Ultimately, the new developer resources serve as a detailed brochure. Shiba Inu is making its case. Compatibility, speed, low fees, unique ecosystem ties like token burning and karma rewards, plus emerging privacy tech. It complements the visibility offered by the DappStore with the foundational arguments for why building on Shibarium makes technical and strategic sense. Shiba Inu has made its pitch, not with slogans or speculation, but with code, access, and a page built for builders. The front door is open. What walks through now is up to the developers. All right, let's see what this next one is, my people. I'm telling you, we're going to get through these as quickly as possible. I have to go watch a fight. So I'm going to try to get this through. All right, privacy in Web3, Buterin's roadmap and Shiba Inu's vision for a confidential future. Buterin targets Ethereum's flaws as Shiba Inu maps out ShibOS and a future privacy layer, both chasing the same goal, privacy in Web3. The one thing I'm going to say is Vitalik one time said that it's hard for the FHE, fully homomorphic, to go from theory to practice. And as far as I have understood, the practice is now available through another partnership, of course, Zama, who developed the technology. And of course, Shiba Inu's Treat token is the access point through which people can access that technology. Just putting that out there for you guys. All right, cool. So Web3, what else? Oh, is that just the, oh no, it says, in the complex yet transparent world of blockchain, where every transaction is etched into the public ledger, the quest for privacy is a paradox. The open, transparent nature of Web3 promises greater security and trust, yet it leaves users' vulnerability, their every action laid bare. As the dream of privacy in Web3 remains elusive, Vitalik Buterin and Shiba Inu are charting separate yet parallel courses, both pushing toward the same goal, a blockchain future where privacy is no longer sacrificed at the altar of decentralization. And of course, as you guys know, Shiba Inu has developed their own SHIB identity, which of course is a decentralized identification. All right, so just understand that they are trying to do basically everything. That's why I like to call them everything fi. Hashtag everything fi. All right. The foundational challenge to privacy in Web3. Why is privacy such a persistent issue? Unlike traditional finance, shielded by intermediaries, most blockchain interactions are public by default. This hyper-transparency, while enabling verification, clashes sharply with user expectations of confidentiality. It makes users hesitant to transact sensitive data or engage in activities they prefer to keep private. This lack of fundamental privacy in Web3 restricts the potential applications of blockchain technology, preventing its use in countless real-world scenarios that demand discretion. Buterins L1 roadmap, strengthening baseline in Web3 privacy. Buterin, that sounds weird. Buterin, Vitalik's co-founder, Vitalik Buterin, Ethereum's co-founder, has long acknowledged the tension between privacy and transparency in Web3. His proposed roadmap aims to resolve this contradiction, enhancing Ethereum's privacy compatibilities without altering its core principles. Buterin's approach is incremental, grounded in practical solutions that avoid disruptive changes while improving the user experience. Buterin has emphasized that while privacy is crucial to Ethereum's future, it must be balanced with the transparency that defies blockchain technology. His roadmap prioritizes user experience and integration, seamless private payments, integrating existing tools like Railgun privacy pools into standard wallets is key. Users should not have to download a separate privacy wallet. Buterin stressed advocating for intuitive, shielded balance, quote-unquote, options, decoupling user activity. To break the chain linking all of users' actions, Buterin suggests encouraging separate addresses per application. This aims to remove public links between all of your activity, quote unquote, facilitated by making self-funding transactions private by default. Securing off-chain interactions. The roadmap also extends to off-chain privacy. Metadata leaks, often an overlooked facet of blockchain privacy, are addressed by Buterin's plan to utilize trusted execution environments, TEEs, and private information retrievals, PIRs, protocols, securing off-chain data and ensuring users' activity remains private. All right, let me see. This is down here. No, okay, cool. All right, protocol level support, implementing L1 upgrades like FOSIL or EIP 7701 and proof aggregation helps make privacy enhancing protocols more robust, censorship resistant, and cost effective. Buterin's plan focuses on elevating the privacy baseline inherent in Ethereum's layer 1 itself, ShibOS. So keep in mind, this is part of what makes Shiba Inu's utility so important, my people. This is what's going to get companies to come over here and do their applications over here, not just because it's on Web3, not just because it's crypto. All right, trust me, at the end of the day, they're going to have to, protect their user base. All right, so OS Vision, layered FHE powered privacy in Web3. So you saw what his is, different wallets, all this other stuff, securing off-chain interactions, decoupling user activity, seamless private payments so that users should not have to download a separate privacy wallet. All right. While Buterin addresses the layer 1 foundation, Shiba Inu strategy, embodied in its broad ShibOS framework, emphasizes building specialized privacy solutions on higher layers using cutting-edge cryptography. Dedicated privacy layer L3. Central to this vision is a planned, fully homomorphic encrypted, powered execution rollup layer 3. This aims to be an optimistic rollup running atop the SHIB alpha layer and L2 component, using fully homomorphic encryption, FHE, for private transaction execution, settling back to Shibarium, the primary layer 2. All right. Why? Because Shibarium will be the unified layer of crypto. I've been telling you guys, but it is what it is. Just get your bone. Let's get your bone. That's all I'm saying. So optional layer 2 privacy. ShibOS also features FHE Shibarium transactions, allowing users to opt for FHE enhanced privacy directly on the Shibarium L2. FHE for identity and verification. The FHE powered identity stack plans to use FHE for verifiable credentials and private KYC. This is further supported by the SHIB attestation service, also leveraging FHE for creating secure, privacy-preserving on-chain attestations related to reputation and identity, encrypted communications, and storage. The complementary components like hub messaging using River Protocol with FHE, and there's hub messaging is some more alpha for you guys, and encrypted personal data storage, IPFS-based self-custodial, further reinforce the focus on user confidentiality within ShibOS. This multi-pronged approach within ShibOS showcases a deep investment in FHE as a core technology to deliver enhanced privacy in Web3 across identity, transactions, execution, and communication, primarily on layers built atop the foundational layer 1, which of course is Ethereum. So, but might be unification later. We'll see. All right. So Shiba Inu's ShibOS approach, particularly its heavy reliance on FHE for its future L3 and identity systems, represents a bet on specialized, advanced cryptographic techniques implemented on higher layers. Sheesh, that was a hell of a sentence. FHE offers powerful theoretical guarantees, computation on encrypted data, but is computationally intensive and still maturing for widespread blockchain use. This approach aims for potentially stronger privacy guarantees within its specific ecosystem, layered above the L1 baseline. The future of privacy in Web3, a layered approach. Buterin and Shiba Inu's strategies, though distinct, share a common goal: to offer users a safer, more private Web3 experience. The reality of privacy in Web3 is that no single solution will suffice. Instead, the future of privacy in this space will likely rely on a layered approach, where foundational enhancements to Ethereum's layer 1 privacy are complemented by specialized, privacy-focused solutions in higher layers, like, once again, Shiba Inu, blockchain, layer 3s. Buterin's work on Ethereum is crucial. His roadmap offers foundational improvements to ensure that privacy is integrated directly into the Ethereum network, establishing a baseline for all future transactions. By focusing on making private payments seamless and user activity unlinkable, Ethereum can provide robust privacy while maintaining its core strengths in decentralization and censorship resistance. At the same time, Shiba Inu's ShibOS presents a more specialized approach, building privacy into layer 3 with cutting-edge encryption technologies like FHE. This strategy opens up new possibilities, not just for privacy, but for creating a whole new layer of trustless, confidential applications that run on the Shiba Inu ecosystem. Together, these approaches suggest that Web3's privacy problem is best solved not by one solution, but by many, tailored to different needs and use cases. As both Ethereum and Shiba Inu continue to advance their privacy features, the Web3 ecosystem will begin to take shape, not just as a decentralized, transparent system, but as one that respects and protects user privacy. A new era for privacy in Web3. In the coming years, privacy in Web3 will be tested and redefined by efforts like Buterins and Shiba Inus. As both ecosystems evolve, the focus will shift from transparency as a virtue to the balance of openness and confidentiality. The public nature of blockchain will still be its foundation, but privacy will become its cornerstone. This dual approach, foundational improvements to layer 1 privacy alongside specialized higher layer encryption solutions, might just be the answer to making Web3 not only decentralized but secure in a way that respects individual privacy. The future of Web3 privacy is not just in what can be seen, but in what remains hidden. All right, that is what they're talking about. They're trying to make sure to guarantee privacy on different layers, literally. I understand what Shiba Inu is actually doing, my people. I'm telling you, a lot of you guys, I need you guys to knuckle up, squabble up, squabble up. All right. 6 key Shibarium features powering Shiba Inu's layer 2. Fast speeds, lower fees, Ethereum compatibility, token burns, and more. A quick look at the core Shibarium features aiming to make this L2 more than just hype. Keep in mind, we are reading the Shiba Inu magazine called the SHIB magazine. This is issue number 75. I did read issue number 74 to you guys. If you haven't read it, go ahead and after this one, go ahead and slide into the live section where it says live on my channel, and you will be able to get part 1 and part 2. All right, I had to break it up into 2 because it was so long, just like this one. This one's long as hell. My throat is definitely killing me. All right, the Shibarium DappStore is live, and the big question is what's actually under the hood of Shiba Inu's layer 2. Did I read the title to this? Does this have a title? Oh yeah, it was about what's the thing for that. My bad, my people. So much. It's so much info, I'm telling you. The Shibarium DappStore is live, and the big question is what's actually under the hood of Shiba Inu's layer 2? Is it just a fresh coat of paint on the main machine, or are there actual gears turning that matter? The Shiba Inu crew insists it's the real deal, built with purpose. So, okay, let's break it down. Shibarium isn't just some wannabe layer 2 crashing the party. It is engineered with some killer Shibarium features specifically designed to make life awesome for builders, keep you users happy, and seriously level up the whole Shiba Inu ecosystem. You want the lowdown? Here are the 6 big moves it's packed with. All right, so let's see what these 6 moves are, my people. Starting at number 1, what we got? It says 1, speed and cost savings, core Shibarium features. First things first, Ethereum layer 1 can feel like crawling through mud wearing concrete boots with gas fees to match. Shibarium fixes that. Shibarium is built for speed. Think near instant transactions, less thumb twiddling, and fees that won't make you weep or require selling a kidney. Seriously, using dApps here feels smooth. These core Shibarium features mean less waiting, more doing. It works as advertised, so using apps on Shibarium should feel way smoother and less like highway robbery. So 2, speaks fluent Ethereum, EVM compatibility. So calling all devs, You know all the Ethereum code you've perfected? Bring it over. Shibarium is EVM compatible, meaning your existing Solidity skills, tools, and even dApps can plug right in. No need to go back to school. In non-nerd speak, it means they can use the same tools, programming languages like Solidity, and probably even use chunks of existing code to build in Shibarium. Shibarium made it easy so you can get straight to building the next big thing. Less time relearning, more time shipping makes it easier to tempt builders over. And that's what they're trying to do with the Build on SHIB campaign that I'm realizing over here. Number 3, security minded with a side of future-proof privacy. All right, real talk on security and privacy. Yeah, everyone says they care, but check this. Shibarium is not just talking the talk. Down the road, Shiba Inu is gearing up to plug in some serious boss level tech, fully homomorphic encryption, FHE, courtesy of our brainy pals at Zama. Okay, once again, another partner, Zama. All right, award-winning technology developer Zama. That's right. Think of it like this: doing math on locked treasure chests without ever needing the key. Total privacy, power up. It's a big lift. It's on the roadmap, and when it lands, game changer for keeping your business on chain. Just, don't hold your breath for tomorrow. Good stuff takes time. And that's really the biggest thing I would tell you guys. That's why I hit you guys with that earlier part, that don't let the FUD dissuade you. Understand, let that FUD fuel you. Go ahead and double down. Get your bags up before this thing starts to moon. Number 4, feed the flames. Automatic SHIB burn. You asked. Shibarium delivered. The Shibarium network has that sweet SHIB torch, SHIB token burn mechanic humming along automatically. A piece of the transaction fees gets permanently zapped out of existence. Less supply floating around. Well, you know the vibes. It's built in, running 24/7 with network activity. Burn, baby, burn. An exclusive Shibarium feature. Understand that this is the most deflationary, hyper deflationary ecosystem in all of crypto. Understand that. Number 5, Shiba Inu Karma rewards. Time to earn those points. The Shiba Inu Karma system is now active, rewarding folks for actually using the ecosystem. Users rack up Shiba Inu Karma points for doing stuff like swapping tokens, adding liquidity, maybe grabbing metaverse land, or minting NFTs. Think of it like a blockchain frequent flyer program that's actually flying. What the points unlock might still evolve, but leaderboards are up, and it's clear. And it's a clear way the ecosystem gives a nod to active participants right now. 6, dev tools and SDKs. Essential Shibarium features. Can't expect developers to build cool stuff without tools. Shibarium's offering some software development kits, SDKs, as essential Shibarium features to give builders a leg up. Available now are kits for payments, SHIB Pay. Understand how big SHIB Pay. Think PayPal, SHIB Pay. User verification, central auth service, flexible gas payments, Paymaster, and digital ID identity. Okay, you already know. More as promised. These sent tools make building less of a headache, which is always welcome in the dev world. That's the core gear Shibarium's packing right now. Serious speed, fees that won't bankrupt you, the comfy EVM playground you already know, plus a growing SDK toolbox to get you started faster. Tack on unique ecosystem plays like the SHIB burn and the live karma system, keeping the community engaged. The bottom line, the stage is set. It's a solid foundation for building cool dApps without the usual layer 1 migraines. The tools are ready. the network's humming, and the community's eager to see what drops next. So quit lurking in the Discord, dive into the docs, grab the SDKs, and actually ship something. Get your project listed in the DappStore. Time to build. Let's see what you got. All right, they're basically trying to get people in, my people. They're trying to get in. All right, let's see what's up. And I'll go ahead and check some of the comments right now because I know I've been going long. Maybe after this one, I'll read the comments after this one. Let's see what this is about. Let's see what this one is about. App Store. DappStore. Think App Store, but make it crypto and kind of weird. What exactly is a DappStore? It's Web3's answer to app discovery. Part curated catalog, part ecosystem hub. Let's defog this crucial piece of crypto infrastructure. And they got, once again, the images are always on point. Extremely professional magazine, like I said. They should give the option, maybe like 10 real magazines or so. I don't know if it's cost effective or not, but I would actually like to have some of these real life covers, like actual physical magazines. All right, so Shiba Inu just flipped the switch on the Shibarium DappStore, right? Suddenly this term pops up, sounding suspiciously like the App Store on your phone, but shrouded in crypto mystique. It arrives promising a gateway to decentralized apps in the Shiba Inu layer 2. But what does that actually mean for users and devs? It's a DappStore, is a DappStore just a fancy list? Or is there more going on under the hood? Time to unpack this essential, sometimes confusing piece of Web3 puzzle, of the Web3 puzzle. All right, let's see what the heck this is, my peeps. Let's see what this is about. The fog. You whip out your phone, tap the App Store or Google Play icon, and boom, millions of apps at your fingertips. Games, banking, social media, that weird cat photo editor you downloaded once. It's slick, organized, and mostly works. Easy peasy. When you wander into Web3, hear about the new DappStore, and things get foggier. Is it the same deal? Do you download crypto apps that magically appear on your phone? Sort of, but not really. The term sounds familiar, but the reality involves blockchains, decentralization sometimes, and a whole different set of rules. Let's clear the air. What's a Dapp again? Quick refresher. Before hitting the store, remember what we're shopping for. Dapp stands for Decentralized Application. Unlike your standard apps run by one company on their servers, dApps live on a blockchain like Ethereum, Solana, or, Shibarium. They often use smart contracts, bits of code that automatically do stuff when certain conditions are met, and try to put more control in the hands of users, sometimes involving tokens for governance or utility. Think decentralized finance tools, DeFi, NFT marketplaces, blockchain games, that kind of jazz. Clearing the fog. What a DappStore actually does. Right. So a DappStore is basically a curated catalog, a digital storefront specifically designed to showcase and provide access to those dApps built for a particular blockchain ecosystem. Apple has its walled garden. Shibarium now has its own curated patch within its DappStore. Why create these specific stores instead of just letting dApps run wild? Well, navigating the raw blockchain to find usable dApps can feel like trying to find a specific weapon drop in Diablo by randomly clicking through every monster on the map. It's chaotic. DappStores bring some much needed order to the decentralized chaos. Discovery, ecosystem hub, developer spotlight, curation. All right, so you guys see that this is multiple features, mechanisms, parts of an ecosystem that have gone into this. Okay, this is the most well thought out, meticulous project in crypto. So when people FUD it, a lot of times it's because of their impatience and lack of awareness of what is actually being built before their eyes. They don't see it. Discovery, finding needles in haystacks. Blockchains are permissionless. Anyone can deploy a smart contract or dApp. That's cool, but it also means the landscape gets cluttered fast with thousands of projects, some genius, some half-baked, some outright scams. Finding something specific and useful can be a nightmare. Block explorers show you everything raw, which is overwhelming. A DappStore acts like a curated quest, log, or a filtered map. It points you toward applications, the store runners, usually the core blockchain team, think are worth checking out on their specific network. It narrows the field dramatically. Ecosystem hub, the town square effect. A good DappStore becomes more than just a list. It acts like the central hub or town square for the blockchains. I wonder if this is a little alpha town square effect, because there is an application called Towns that is on the blockchain. I think it's on Base, and I think Cal had reached out to them. So just putting that out there, my people. No proof, but maybe a little extra. Well, this is an alpha, but alpha speculation, my people. All right. So ecosystem hub, the town square effect. A good DappStore becomes more than just a list. It acts like the central hub or town square for the blockchain ecosystem. It shows off what's popular, what's new, what the community is buzzing about. It helps create a sense of place and shared activity. Seeing a bustling store gives users and developers confidence that things are actually happening on the chain. It's a sign of life, a focal point that helps build network effects. More users attract more devs, who then build more apps, thus attracting more users, and so on. Developer spotlight, getting seen. Imagine spending months coding the most amazing decentralized game ever, only to launch it into the void where nobody knows it exists. That's the reality for many Web3 builders. Getting traction is tough. A DappStore offers developers a direct line to the most interested audience possible, the people already using that specific blockchain. Getting listed means visibility, a chance to stand out from the noise, and access to potential users actively looking for things to do on that network. It's like getting your indie game featured on the Steam front page instead of buried on page 5,000. Curation, the DappStore's sketchy filter, hopefully. Let's be real, Web3 can be the Wild West. Rug pulls, buggy code, vampire contracts, draining your wallet. It happens. That happened to me one time, actually. The DappStore model usually involves some level of curation. The team behind the store reviews applications before listing them. Now, this isn't a bulletproof guarantee. Do your own research. It's still your mantra. But the idea is to filter out the most obvious scams and technically broken junk. Think of it like a shopkeeper who at least tries to avoid selling exploding potions. It's a layer of attempting quality control, offering a potentially safer starting point than clicking random links on Twitter. Shibarium, for example, makes devs apply via a form. That's a curation action, a key function of the Shibarium DappStore. All right, almost done with this article, and then I'll see what's up with the comments, my people. So the catch, decentralization's little irony. Here's the slightly awkward part. Web3 is all about decentralization, right? Power to the people. No single point of control. Well, most app stores are run and curated by the central project team behind the blockchain. They decide the listing criteria, they approve or reject applications, they control the front page. It's a practical compromise. A totally open, uncurated store would quickly become unusable, filled with spam and scams. Curation makes it safer and easier to navigate, but it absolutely introduces a layer of centralization and potential bias. It's one of the many areas where the lofty ideals of Web3 bump up against the messy realities of user experience and safety when implementing something like a DappStore. The takeaway: so a DappStore isn't just your phone's app store ported to the blockchain. It's a specialized catalog for finding decentralized apps on a specific network like Shibarium. It aims to make discovery easier, offers some level of safety through curation, buyer still beware, act as a central hub for the ecosystem, and give developers a much needed spotlight. It's a key piece of infrastructure for any blockchain trying to move beyond just having a token to having a living, breathing world of applications, even if it comes with a side of centralization irony. Now you know the deal with the DappStore concept. So this right here, what I like about it is that they don't hide from the truth. They explain it. It's almost like, but anyone that understands politics understands that that is how things function. In other words, you can't have a vanguard party without a vanguard. Like, someone has to centralize something to get to decentralization. That is the theory. All right. Let's see what this image is, because they have a bunch of, again, there's a bunch of apps basically coming out of a tablet. Frequently asked questions. All right. It says Shibarium DappStore, frequently asked questions. Your guide to the new platform showcasing apps on Shiba Inu's Shibarium network, the Shibarium DappStore. Let me quickly see what's up with the chat, my people. Once again, you already know I'm bringing this to you guys because it is important that you guys have to definitely be the vanguard and fight the FUD. All right. So let me see. Big Ty Perry, patience, everyone. Keep your positions. I've been waiting since 2020. My time is now. I agree. Absolutely. Crypto Crusader. Crypto is going up, falling a little bit, pumping up some more. Pretty much up, only up from here. Dave D, one of the original SHIB Army soldiers over here. Raphael, Roaring Kitty crew member in the house. What up, Raphael? You guys are definitely amongst the loudest community on Shibarium. I myself don't own any Roaring Kitty, but you know what? I am definitely buying some this weekend. I'm definitely trying to make it a point, even if it's a couple of bones. I need to be a holder. I need to rock with this community that is so engaged. We got Mazrael, one of my favorite SHIB Eternity players, an absolute beast, a strategic behemoth over here. And we got Roar OG Andre Roar with, of course, the rockets to the moon, my people. All right, let's go ahead and keep this rolling because there is a lot. And I want to make sure that you guys get as much alpha as possible. All right. So, all right, that is the DappStore. Frequently asked questions. Let's go ahead. It says Shiba Inu recently launched the Shibarium DappStore. It's a place to find applications built on their Shibarium blockchain. Here are answers to common questions about it. So if you guys have questions, guess what? You are about to get them answered. Oh, I hope this right here did not freeze up on me. Let me see. All right, cool. I thought I was gonna have to just make this a part one. Sometimes, as you guys know, definitely starts getting a little buggy. But let's go ahead and get through this, my people. This is banger right here. Look at the quality of this magazine, the color schemes. Come on, my people. Nothing like Shiba Inu. Don't get it twisted. The king of Ethereum is Shiba Inu. All right? Hands down. Don't even play around. All right. What is the Shibarium DappStore? Question. What is the Shibarium DappStore? Answer. It is an online directory. It lists decentralized applications, dApps, that developers have built using the Shibarium Layer 2 blockchain, which is part of the Shiba Inu ecosystem. Question. Why are the Shibarium DappStore created? Why was the Shibarium DappStore created? Answer. It was created to showcase the projects being built by third-party developers on Shibarium. It acts as a central place to find and learn about these applications. Question. Who is the Shibarium DappStore for? Answer. It's for the user looking to discover dApps built on Shibarium. It's also for developers who want to list their Shibarium projects and gain visibility within the Shiba Inu community. Question. How can developers get their project listed in the Shibarium DappStore? Answer. Developers can submit their project details using an online form provided by the Shiba Inu team. The link is right there, my people. Question. What are the potential benefits for listed projects? Answer. Projects listed in the Shibarium DappStore might get promoted by the Shiba Inu team. This could include features on SHIB.io, in their newsletter, magazine, or social media channels. So basically, that's free marketing, free promotion for anyone that's hungry, anyone that's showing quality, and people that are building on the Shibarium ecosystem, because they have developed these channels to disseminate information, give people promotions, give people marketing. So question, what benefits does Shibarium offer developers? Answer, Shiba Inu states that Shibarium offers compatibility with Ethereum, low transaction fees, gas costs, fast transaction speeds, built-in SHIB token burning mechanism, Shiba Inu Karma reward system for users, security features with plans for fully homomorphic encryption integration via Zama. That's what they offer. Just a couple, nothing major, right? Not just literally the latest technology, the edge of technology, the innovation hub right here in front of you. Just nothing major. Probably nothing. Question, what tools are available for building on Shibarium? Answer, Shiba Inu provides software development kits, SDKs, to help developers. Available SDKs include ShibPay, payments, central auth service, CAS validation, paymaster, gas fee options, and identity. More SDKs are planned. Question, where can I visit the Shibarium DappStore? Answer, you can find the Shibarium DappStore online at shib.io dapps. And I already took you there, actually, my people. All right, this is what it looks like right here. All right, and it shows you different swaps, bridges, staking, lending, yield aggregators, governance and DAOs, NFTs, wallets, games, and other things, my people. All right, here, let's go back because you already know we running through this. Question, where can developers find resources to build on Shibarium? Answer, developer resources include documentation and SDKs are available at shib.io/build. Okay, so we need people to stop talking. We need people to start building. Simple as that. Doggy Bites, welcome to your sunny corner in the crypto universe. Things are looking up a little bit, and we're here to highlight some uplifting trends and exciting updates from the ecosystem over the past week. Sheesh, I feel like I'm running out of time. I'm trying to get through it, my people. I'm trying to get through it. But definitely, I don't want to miss the fight. The fight starts around 6. All right. It says, Best of SHIB. The Best of SHIB presents a curated selection of the most exciting news, biggest trends, and unforgettable highlights from across the vibrant Shiba Inu ecosystem. It showcases the top moments, groundbreaking developments, and community achievements that make SHIB, Bone, Leash Tree, Shibarium, and other Shiba Inu initiatives so dynamic. Readers get a dose of pure SHIB positivity. Banger. Sounds like something we're about to get into. Let's go ahead and get into. Oh, damn. I might actually finish the whole magazine right now, my people. Banger. And don't forget, if you are interested in getting all this, if you are into Shiba Inu, if you are into the Doge Killer Leash, Bone Shiba Swap Bone, Shiba Inu SHIB, or Shiba Inu Treat, or the Shiboshis, understand you can get all this information on the SHIB magazine. They drop it twice a month, approximately, every single magazine. Once you subscribe, you can go ahead, you get an email, you go back to the website, they verify, authenticate you, then you log in, you're able to mint a free NFT. I will tell you this, free, right? Someone sold the Manny Pacquiao one for, I believe it was 1,000 bone. That's right. So just putting it out there. All right, Shiba Inu Treat. The price, beautiful. Look at how low it is right now. 0.0033530, up 9.60 in 1 day. Market cap 3.21 million, up. That's what it was. Volume 2.86 million, up 14. Contract right there. Data recorded for Shiba Inu Treat as of 6:28 a.m. Eastern on Wednesday indicates a remarkable rise in the token's value. It traded at 0.003530, a 9.60 increase within a 24-hour period. Within the trading volume surged by 14.73% to 2.86 million, indicating that more participants are actively exchanging Treat. The market capitalization also expanded by 9.60% to 3.21 million, which reflects a broader recognition of its utility within the SHIB ecosystem. Bone Shiba Swap at 31.96, 31 cents, almost 32 cents, up 15%. Let's go ahead and see what this is. It says, as of 6:28 a.m. Eastern on Wednesday, Bone Shiba Swap Bone experienced notable gains across multiple metrics. Its price has increased by 15.61% to 31.96, 31 cents and 96 hundredths. All right. While the 24-hour trading volume rose by 8.4 million, a massive 59.29% increase. Furthermore, the market cap has grown by 15.61% to 73.49 million, indicating a broader investor confidence in Bone's importance within the Shiba Inu ecosystem. Ooh, I almost left one down here. Doge Killer Leash. Monday morning recorded remarkable growth for Doge Killer Leash in terms of price and market cap. Leash traded at $161.17 at 6:29 a.m. Eastern on Wednesday, reflecting a 18.25 increase from the previous day. The significant increase in market cap to 17.14 million, matching the price rise, underscores Leash's growing prominence. Its 24-hour trading volume of 1.6 million at the time of reporting, up to 2.54%, indicates active engagement and growing market confidence. All right, Doggy Bite said you guys know what's going on over here. All right, let's see what's going on. And I think they're going to talk about the burns. Let's see. SHIB Torch. As you guys know, that is one of the features. Total burn, 911,969,069 SHIB, aka Satoshi units, 5.47% from last week. And I'm gonna tell you, Shiba Inu, I bought some Shiba Inu last week. I bought some Bone last week. I bought some Leash last week. Just putting it out there. Bought some Satoshi too. I've been telling you guys everything I'm telling you, not financial advice, not telling you what to do, just telling you what I would do if I was you. All right, SHIB Bone with an impressive 911,969,069 SHIB, burned as of Wednesday, reflecting a 5.47% rise from last week. The SHIB Army is demonstrating the transformative impact of community-driven token burns by participating in the SHIB Torch Burn portal. Holders can actively reduce the supply of SHIB while championing participation in important efforts to drive the ecosystem forward. Come together and take action. Use the burn portal and contribute to the long-term value of our beloved SHIB token, my people. That's right. All right, let's see what else we got over here. We're almost done with this. Once again, appreciate you guys for hanging with me. I did think I was going to get through this a little faster, but it is what it is. Top dogs, of course, the SHIB magazine, 75th edition, Etherscan _ SHIB. It says, new all-time high in on-chain holders. 1,508,006 wallets are now holding SHIB, and the number keeps climbing. Who said SHIB was dead? Hashtag SHIB, hashtag Shibarium. Wow, SHIB recently hit an all-time high with over 1.5 million wallets holding the token. Proof that SHIB is stronger and more popular than ever. Celebrate the incredible journey of Hachi, inspired by Japan's most faithful and beloved pup. As you read its incredible story in the latest SHIB Dev Spotlight feature, click here to know more. That's interesting. I don't know if I'm gonna read that one right now, but here it says loyalty has a new home on Shibarium. Meet Hachi token, inspired by Japan's most faithful dog, now leaping from Ethereum to Shibarium. Its powerful story is featured in the SHIB Dev Spotlight. That's kind of a banger. I'm not even gonna lie. That is kind of banger. All of a sudden now I want some Hachi. We might have to get a little roar and we might have to get a little Hachi. All right. Let's go. Let's see what we got over here. And in case you guys haven't seen it, I'm trying to bring it up for you guys, but this thing is so laggy. All right. Another Shibarium Dev Spotlight feature, the SHUPS ecosystem. Don't forget to read about how they're transforming engagement with their unique lottery, focus on authentic art and charity, and their active participation in Shibarium's development. Deep dive into SHUPS ecosystem on Shibarium beyond staking rewards. Check out their unique Bone Powerball style lottery and commitment to real art and charity, part of the Shibarium Dev Initiative. I have 2 SHUPS, I believe. The developer of SHUPS was talking about like, oh, I might go to base. So I'm glad he's building on Shibarium, but yeah. If he was, and also that contract isn't renounced. So we need the contract to get renounced and more loyalty. But I see it. I see it happening across, not just with these individuals. Oh, let's go somewhere else. In fact, I'm gonna tell you something. Shiba Punks went over there. That thing is dead. Base Bulls over there. That thing looking dead. So yeah, just letting you guys know. Impatience will kill you. All right. So CoinRabbit at CoinRabbit Loans. Hashtag SHIB Army. Hot news for you. As Shiba token assets are now live on CoinRabbit, available for exchange and wallet services. You can easily manage and trade your SHIB, LEASH, and Bone entry with us. All 4 Shiba Inu ecosystem tokens are now available on CoinRabbit. You can now manage your SHIB assets on the platform. It's easy. It's safe and easy. Good morning turns tech into a tail. I'm sorry, I said good morning. Good marketing turns tech into a tail, and crypto needs more of that storytelling magic. Andy Leon. All right. Let's see what else we got over here. They got the picture of, here, let me zoom out. They got the picture of the NFT on the back. It says, finish the journey. Let's make it unforgettable. Grab one of the 3,000 free NFTs waiting to be minted this week. And there it is. Like I told you, it was a banger. If you can't really see it, because I'm going to be honest, I didn't see it at first. Then I saw it and I was like, oh, damn. Go ahead and squint your eyes a little bit. Squint your eyes a little bit. You can see the eyes right there, the nose, the mouth, the ear, part of the other ear right there. All right. Dope. And of course, the very end, the SHIB in orange. I don't know. I'm thinking this might be another banger shirt. This on the pocket and then the SHIB on the back. I don't know. Just putting it out there. Let me go ahead and see what is cracking with you guys. I see you guys are hanging tight. With that, I'm going to go ahead and quickly, because I told you guys I have to leave. I knocked out the 2 hours. In 2 hours, I knocked out the whole magazine. So I'm proud of that. But I'm going to definitely see what up with Bitcoin real quick. Let's see what Bitcoin is doing. Let's see what SHIB is doing. Bone. Let's see what KNINE. KNINE has been moving. So, of course, we got to make sure we check it. And I'm going to tell you about some of the other tokens that I'm in. Of course, we're going to talk about a new one, a new risky one, not related to anything. All right, for you degens out there. But I'm going to tell you, if you have the option to get LEASH, Bone, Treat, or SHIB, get those. Don't miss your opportunity. Get those. Get any of the partners, Bad Idea AI, KNINE Finance, KNINE Token, which makes you a DAO member. We need some help in that DAO, my people. Come on, Bone Army. We need to level up on that. KNINE, make a voting block. All right. So Bitcoin sitting at $94,914.23. All right. And you can see this thing is shooting up. As you guys know, this thing's been here. These levels have been there. So the fact that this even came back to these levels, came back, bounced off of this, is now fighting with the resistance, then flips this, gonna come over here, and most likely it's going to. This is not financial advice, but you guys see the channel. You see this channel right here, Bob. You see it hit right here, Bob. You see it. So it might actually keep doing this. It might channel all the way up over here to the 100K. If not, it's just going to shoot up. Look, this is a point of influx. All these points of influx are potential breakouts. Okay, understand that. So, all right, let's go ahead and see Shiba Inu. The Shiba Inu. If you don't have Shiba Inu, I'm going to tell you, get you some Shiba Inu. Not financial advice, but Shiba Inu is your chance at Bitcoin. Your second chance at Bitcoin. That's what I'm saying. Shiba Inu is your second chance at Bitcoin, my people. And I thought this was actually going to break out back here. And it actually did break out. It broke out. I mean, not break out in the technical sense. It was just a breakout from a low. A reversal, I should say. The reversal came, boom. Then came back. I missed this one, actually. And then, boom. So I really don't see this going back down. If it does happen to go down, it might go down to 13. But at this point, I really don't see it. It might be flirting with 14 before it shoots up to 15. And this is by far one of the most parabolic tokens out there. There is less Shiba Inu than there is Bitcoin. Satoshi unit for Satoshi unit. If you understand that, I just gave you so much value. You have if you understand that, then you understand what I just told you. If you understand that I'm telling you there is less Shiba Inu, Satoshi unit for Satoshi unit, than there is Bitcoin, then you better take advantage of that. Currently sitting at $8.36 billion market cap, total market cap $14.19 billion. Let's go ahead and see what Bone is looking like, because Bone is, of course, going to start to move. It was at 30 cents. It's still at 30 cents. Do not sleep on it. That thing could go up 80 cents in one fell swoop, straight up. And but it could even tap right back into this. Tap right back into this. All right, don't get it confused, my people. Bone is currently at 30 cents. That is life-changing money, no cap. $70.33 million market cap, 76.47 total diluted. Tokens already been minted out about 95%. So that means that less than 5% of Shiba Inu is left to be minted. Then they're going to switch to Shiba Swap Treat. Okay, they're letting you know the plan ahead of time. Position yourself now before it's too late. Just letting you know. All right, let's go ahead and get into one of my favorite tokens, and that is KNINE. This is KNINE on Ethereum. It's been pumping these past 4 days. It actually has been moving, but if you zoom out, you guys see that I've been telling you guys basically it was going to be down here. And actually, even though it's doing this, I actually think it's going to come back down. It's going to respect my levels, first of all. Even if it breaks out, it's going to respect these levels right here. Just don't forget that it hasn't even flipped this resistance at 25.91 yet. It's just there right now. And the first, which is what? Right here, 5% of the tokens. Between that and I think the fifth, 5% of the tokens are going to be released. That's a big chunk. So yeah, this right here, yeah, expect this, and then expect a little dip down here. Probably your last chance to get a KNINE Finance DAO token under the 2. This is literally what I told you guys about. Potential bottom. I mean, the fact that I was able to tell you guys years in advance. This right here has been years in the making, at least over a year in the making. All these levels, tracking all these. Look at this. Boom, boom, nope. Told you, nope. Come back down, nope. And then I know it's going to keep following this trend line down. Then it was going to tailor off over here. Like, look at this. Perfect. Okay, now the only thing I haven't done is it should start to taper up. I haven't done that yet. I'm gonna save that. I might save it for the next one. But basically, understand this is the official liquid staking derivatives platform of the Shibarium blockchain. Get you a good position in this. 400 million tokens makes you a whale. 400 million tokens makes you a whale. All right. So just putting that out there. They have a DAO. The DAO, I need to propose some stuff because honestly, the DAO kind of, yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. But we need some people that are loyal to Shibarium, loyal to so much that has to be done. These people focus on other blockchains, haven't even explored the potentials of the blockchain that is Shibarium. And this same thing, look at this, same thing, but don't sleep, my people. Don't sleep, my people. This right here could quickly do this. Well, actually, you know what? I actually think it would do this, probably do this a little bit like this, then start going down over here. Probably dip down. Maybe dip down before it starts to actually move. All right, there's going to be a dip somewhere. So here, let's go ahead and grab this dip probably back here a little bit though. Dip over here. And let's take this out of here. I'm going to just leave it there. This is on Shibarium. They basically mimic each other for the most part. So actually, normally there's like a big pump right before they release. So, big pump, and then they go ahead. Keep in mind, at the end of the day, you can't fight the dilution too much, all right? The dilution going to be the dilution, my people, all right? But I will tell you this, and this is a little alpha for you in case you are trying to build it. You see this one right here looks like it's about to go 5 zeros 26. 5 zeros 26. That is on Ethereum. It's the same token. Now, what I'm going to tell you is if you go to Shibarium, it's not 26, it's 24 and a half. So you're actually getting a discount over here. So just putting that out there for you guys. All right, let's go ahead and check out Bad Idea as well. Bad Idea, because Bad Idea is one of those tokens that I'm very bullish on. I told you guys, anytime it's within these levels that it is right now, I believe it is a buy opportunity. This is, in my opinion, one of the most undervalued projects. And if you guys remember, you see that right there? What the heck is that? Well, here, let me go ahead. Let me bring this up a little bit. Let me go ahead and bring this up a little bit. Let me go ahead and spread that. Oh shit, look, it says buy. That's right. I did a live. Told you guys, go ahead and get it. You guys got it at this dip at about 76. You're up right now. You're up over 30% in a bear market. In a bear market. All right, just putting that out there for you guys. All right. This is once again the official partnership, official AI partner with Shiba Inu. All right. Liquidity is coming to the market, my people. Understand. All right. Just putting it out there. All right. Now moving out of Shibarium. I will tell you, this is my favorite Solana play right now. 100%. My favorite Solana play right here. It follows levels so perfectly. I love it. All right. And this one has a lot of centralized, very high centralized holders. All right. There's a lot up there. So it can be very volatile. In fact, if you look at the volatility, it is at 0.1924. It is at 3.34 million market cap. It is a tiny market cap. Half of it already burned thanks to Satoshi Kusama. Total supply sitting at 499.96 million SHI tokens. I did tell you about these breakouts. I did tell you way back over here. Probably nothing. Boom, broke out. Been telling you. Look at this. Been telling you. I mean, there's only so much. You see where it's going. It has to correct. Goes up, it shoots. It has to correct. Has to, my people. But then it goes up. Once it goes up, boom. Understand what this is. Here, and I'm gonna go ahead and just move this one over right here so that it touches this one right here. So I want to see which way. All right. So this one, they're developing a card game. All right, cool. The riskiest play I'm gonna put you guys on right now. This is not financial advice. All right. This is not financial advice. All right. You already know KNINE Finance. I rock with KNINE Finance. I saw Baha make a comment right now. KNINE making some movement. It is gonna make movement. Now, my question is though, is that movement going to then come up and dip down after the thing? And then we'll see if we start shooting it, because that basically is what happens. It shoots up, then it shoots down. Are the whales going to take the reins and keep this bullish momentum? Because look, it's at 26. It is moving. Keep in mind though, if it's moving, it isn't necessarily KNINE right now, because if you see KNINE right here is wrapped with Ethereum. So if Ethereum is going up 3.2, this one should go up at least 2 to 4. All right. And here it is. It's up 4. And like I told you, 26. Oh, shit. I'm not even sharing it. My bad, my people. Here it is. I told you 26. There it is. 26. Almost on cue. All right. So I told it to go to 26. I'm going to tell it to chill there for a little bit, though. All right. All right. So anyways, the token I was telling you guys about, because this one's also going to go. This one is probably the one I think is going to go the most. I am biased. This one definitely gonna go. But this next one I'm gonna tell you about is risky. I'm gonna tell you before I even show it to you. Don't get it. Before I even show it to you, I'm gonna tell you, don't get this next token. Now, what I'm gonna tell you about this next token is, it's kind of crazy though, because I like community tokens, and this one actually is before Bitcoin. Huh? Yeah. So there was a game. It came out in the 80s. They made other games in the 90s. It's called Space Quest. In this Space Quest game, there's this guy who's a janitor, and he lives in this future world where there's like space and all this. Basically, there is this one. You know what? Let me show you. I'm about to give you guys a little alpha on this, bro. Straight up. Oh, you know what? I wonder if anyways, the point is, the token in that video game is a decentralized token that nobody knows who founded it, but it is the currency of space. All right, this is way back in the 90s. Now, it turns out that on Space Quest 4, Hal Finney was one of the developers. Now, if you don't know who Hal Finney is, I know you guys know. You guys rock, right? But if you don't know, Hal Finney is slated to be the first person to have received a Bitcoin from Satoshi Nakamoto. Okay, so that's big. I guess this gentleman was part of the development team. Two other gentlemen, one of them called Satoshi Odea or something like that, and the other one was called Rob Nakamoto. All right, so now we have Hal Finney, the guy that supposedly received the first transaction from Satoshi Nakamoto, the founder of Bitcoin, working with two other developers, one of them called Rod Nakamoto, the other one, first name Satoshi. I don't know. That's kind of interesting. Anyways, that being said, the name of the token in the game, and the token started with a B, and it had a cross on the symbol like Bitcoin, and they were called Buckazoids. All right. Now these Buckazoids, and make sure if you do degen into this, it's the BQQZ contract, okay? BQQZ1. Now, this was way back in 1991, and look at that thing. Here, let's go to the website. It's at 2 million, by the way. It's at $2.14 million market cap. Crazy low. So anyways, oh shit, so this is dope. Since it was a video game, this even looks like a video game. 1991's Space Quest video game currency. Buckazoid. So Space Quest is that video game I'm telling you. 1,717 holders. What's this? I don't even know what this means. 25. So look at the currency. My question is, did the currency have a rocket ship in the video game with this 59? How to buy it, where it's listed, max bid. So anyways, I do see this one going. Oh shit, I forgot to share this. My bad. Here it is, my people. Forgive me for that. 91 Space Quest video game currency Buckazoids. All right. I 100% see this one going, my people. 100%. Just because of the lore. All right. There's lore now. So you got the first person to receive a Bitcoin from Satoshi Nakamoto, also involved in this video game from 1991, as well as being in a development team with one guy whose first name is Satoshi, another guy whose last name is Nakamoto. I don't know, my people. I'm just put it together. It's just interesting. It's hella interesting. This one right here, because I was looking at it for a while, Buckazoid, but I'm like, that thing sounds stupid as hell. I'm gonna be honest. I'm like, this shit's dumb as hell. It's crypto, so I wasn't surprised that it was a dumb sounding name. In crypto, you got all kinds of dumb things. In fact, if you read some of the top coins on Solana, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Look, let's bonk. Look at this one, Titcoin. There was a fart coin. No, now there's a fit coin. All right. So anyways, that being said, not telling you to get this, just putting this one on your radar at $2.14 million. This is a pump fund token, but this has a narrative. Okay. So with that said, I'm not even telling you to get it. I'm just putting this one on your radar because this one happens to have a narrative, and tokens that have narratives normally do pretty good. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and thank you guys for hanging out. 2 hours with me. Don't forget to hit that like. Don't forget to share this. Don't forget to hit that bell. You already know all the alpha I gave you guys. I hope you guys take that alpha. I hope you guys take that alpha and maximize your bag. My whole intent is to read the SHIB magazine to help educate you guys so that you guys know that at the end of the day, the market and capitalism is designed to help you lose your bag. That's right. It's designed to make you a weak-handed beta. And what you have to do is you have to diamond hand that thing. You have to use the FUD. You have to use the fear that they thrive on, because fear sells. They want you to be uncertain, not sure. They want you to not only be fearful, uncertain, but they want you to doubt even in yourself. And I'm going to tell you something. If you are in this space, I believe you are going to make it. You made it through the worst part of the crypto bear run. Many people lost literally their entire bags. They will not be able to get their bags to the levels that they had them before. Now you have an opportunity to do that. So many good projects on Shibarium, including Roar, the Roar Army over here constantly. I owe you guys a video just because of how about it you guys are. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. As you guys know, this isn't even about me. I'm Bone Army. You're Bone Army. We're Bone Army, okay? You're Bone Army. You need to go out there, let people know what the magic of Shibarium actually is. You have to make sure that you keep DCAing. Get yourself some KNINE finance. Get into that DAO. Go into the Telegram. They keep doing quizzes, contests, all kinds of stuff to build community. $50. Last Friday, I think it was $500 in prizes that they're giving out. NFTs, you guys can mint them. All it takes is you to take action. The majority of this space is taking action. I'm putting you on this one. I'm leaving it there. I'm telling you, get you some solid plays. But if you want some risky plays, there is that Satoshi one. There is this Buckazoids one. Okay, because there is also narratives that will endure the pumps and dumps, the tariff threats, and at the end, crypto is a deflationary ledger, and Shibarium is the most decentralized tokenomics in the space. If you understand that, you understand how lucky you are to even be in this space. All right, so understand. Shaitoshi, Ryoshi, Lucy, Cal, Wizard, etc. You guys are appreciated. And you know what? What you guys have done through all the FUD is commendable. All right. So with that said, if you guys got any value, go ahead and take advantage of it. Because at the end of the day, like I like to tell you guys, no one is going to give you the education you need to overthrow them. All right. And that's the facts, unless you're here. All right. And we will be together. Most def. You already know. Crypto Marxist, aka Bone Army. If you got value from this, you already know. Hit that sub, hit that like, bell it up. Go ahead and hit some of those videos up there if they spring up. This is a live, so go catch some of the content. I will be dropping some more content this weekend. Probably not a live, but I will be hitting you guys with some videos. Let me know if you guys like the lives or if you guys like the regular content, which is more specific. But I will be trying to make it more of a habit, as I was trying to do, and do the SHIB magazine, give you guys a little extra with the SHIB magazine and a little bit of clarity so that we can eliminate the majority of this FUD, which is really just ignorance and hate. Ignorance and hate. It's easier to hate, my people, basically. All right. But it's not about hating. It's about giving flowers where they're due, and it's about calling people out when you have to, but not because of your ignorance. All right. So with that said, you already know what to do. Once again, Crypto Marxist, aka Bone Army, aka Crypto Nostradamus, giving you the gems. It's up to you to maximize them, make them yours, fill your bags. And we're out of here, my people. I'm Bone Army, you're Bone Army, we're Bone Army. West Coast in the house. Doses, my people.